Hey guys, it's Kathy from Why Not Hidden Treasures. I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on Poshmark and how to start selling on Poshmark. So most of you, I don't know if most of you have probably been logged into Poshmark or got your account set up, but when you go onto the desktop, if you haven't signed up yet, you can sign up with your email, your Facebook, or even on your Google. If you haven't signed up, you can sign up right here, or you can log in if you've already got your account. I'm going to show you real quick on a sign up. I've already got an account log created, but I'm going to do a real quick sign up, just kind of walk you through it real quick, and then we'll start showing you how to do the basics in Poshmark. So when you go in here to sign up, this one already has everything in there. Let's see. You basically want to put your name and information in here, and then whatever email you're going to use. Here you want to create a username that's going to be unique, because this is what everybody's going to remember you by as your closet. It's 13 characters. The only thing you can put in there is letters and underscores and numbers. And I think you may be able to put some characters in here, but I usually don't try to put too many characters because they're kind of hard to remember, at least for me. So I try to make it cute or brand it with my brand that I have right now. So I have two. I did speak to Poshmark in order to get this second one. I will be putting nothing but kids clothes on this. If you want your basic account and then you need to get another account for specific items, just email them and let them know that you're wanting to do just men clothes on that one or just kids clothes. And then they will they're going to either allow you or not allow you, but they'll give you written permission and you'll have it in your file. So that way if anybody ever contacts and says that you have two profiles, Poshmark will already know that you've asked for permission. So we're going to start with, this is the one that we're going to call Little Sweet Peas. That's going to be the one that we have. So you can you put your password in here that you can remember, and then you can determine if you want to do female, male, or unspecific. I did unspecific because I'm doing kids clothes on this one. So that way if it's not specific as far as clothing wise, or no one really needs to know, my gender. It's totally up to you. But I'm gonna do a different account today. I know it's not gonna let me probably, but let's see. Well, I'll go ahead and do this. But here, normally, if you would do, let's see, and then that one, and then if you say that you have friends that you've talked to and invited them to come sign up for Posh to either sell or buy on, you can have them put your closet name in here and they'll get an invite code and they'll get $5 Poshmark credits to use. So you make sure that anybody that you invite, you want to make sure that you have their information in here. If you've already signed in, it's not going to let me because I've already used these emails. So let me see. Let me look at how to use his. He'll probably want to know what's going on, but that's okay. So we're going to put in here, we're going to give him a unique name. And then we're going to push done. My computer's running slow, so bear with me. Okay. Here is where you want to start personalizing everything. Now, I would suggest that you add a profile picture here because it kind of brands you on Poshmark and helps you stand out whenever you're sharing your closet. So instead of something with leaving this here, I would put your brand in here or a picture or something that kind of stands out so everybody will remember who you are. Now here, if you're shopping, if you do shop on here, you can always put your dress size, your shoe size, and your zip code, and that does stay private. No one will see it. And so once you get this, you can add your profile picture here, so you can pick a picture. We're not going to do that today. And then after that, you will go to next. And then here you can at least put 3 shops in here if you do shop, or if it's something that say that you want to look around just for price wise. And you can follow more brands down here, so you can scroll through here. Now, if you sell these brands, I do suggest that you follow them. And the reason I say that I would follow them is because once you share, which we'll go further into detail for that. Once you share, it follows into where, like say you have a pea in a pod, and that we're doing maternity clothes, and I have a pea in the pod brand. If I follow them and I share this to my followers, it'll go into that brand. We'll go further into that. Let's get you started first. That'll be other details later. Okay, here. It says you're all done. Your personal shopping network has been created. So we can either start shopping or we can go ahead and go to our closet. So we'll go start shopping, and this will bring up your closet. This here will be your news feed. And what this is all the people that when you follow, this will be all the shares that they send in that you'll be able to see. And then these will be all the trending brands on this side. So what we'll do is, if you'll notice up here, this is where you can search for listings. So if you know the name brand or type of a blue shirt, but I would put in brand if you know it. If you don't, that's okay. Here, you can start searching for people too. So say that you know a bunch of people that are already on Poshmark and you want to start following, you can right here. Here are all the breakdowns of the women's clothing. So it breaks it down either what type of clothing, the featured brands, the trending styles here, and then what most people search for. So this here, what people search for, this kind of gives you a detail of what people are looking for. Oops, sorry. At this time. So this will kind of help you too with a little bit of sourcing. So you'll, and then what is over here trending. So that'll kind of help you out with a little bit of sourcing also. But then you have your handbags, and it has the same thing, the handbags, the featured, and the trending style. So this is where, when we start selling on Poshmark, I'll show you more about having, it's almost kind of like you want to put the brands in there. So it kind of breaks down everything like the shoes, men's shoes, women's shoes, kids' shoes, trending. Then you have your jewelry, and it has the phone cases, all the women different accessories, the men's accessory and kids' accessories, your makeup, the kids' items, men's, then your brands, and then this is the brands that people are searching for, and then your parties. We'll go over parties later as we get more into detail. Alright, here what you want to do is you have your dressing room, and what this is just the activity in your dressing room. We'll go over these later as we go further into detail. This here, your likes. So if you like an item, what happens is when you click the little heart, which we'll show you how to do that, it brings it into here. So if you need to find it, you can always click on there. Here's your news feed for your closet. As you can see, you'll get followers pretty quick. Now this will become a little overwhelming at first, but don't let it overwhelm you. Take your time. You'll have a lot of people sharing, you'll have a lot of people following. I'll show you quick ways how to follow others and how to share closets that you want to keep. Here is your Meet the Posh listing has been created. So what we want to do when we first get in here, and then you'll see these news feeds too here, and this shows all the parties. You want to make sure you attend all these, and we'll go over these also. So we're going to go into Meet Your Posh listing. So what this is here is just kind of giving everyone a little bit of information for me. If I would have changed my picture, it would have been here. So this is Meet Your Posher, and then this is the different sizes. Here I can go edit this, and I would suggest that you edit it and just add a little bit of flair of yourself. So here you just want to add pictures. So what you'll do is just click on it, and let's see if we can find any pictures in here real quick. I'm not going to make this too long. Something simple. Let's see. We'll do the kids real quick. And you just click on it. And it adds it in there. And then you just click on the picture and you can edit it. You can bring it closer and move it around and adjust it. And you can flip it around if you need to re-angle it. I'll bring them in just a little bit. And then if I don't like the picture, I can delete it or replace it or cancel. Once I find how I like the picture, I can click apply and it shows up here. And you can add up to 8 photos. Here's your title. So it's just Meet Your Posh or Kathy. And then here you want to add just a little bit of information about yourself. I would put a little bit of information in there, just kind of let them know that what you sell, you know, what your brands are, what you're looking for. Just a little bit of information about your closet. If you are selling, I would put, you know, just the different items, who you are, you know, kind of let them get to know who you are as a seller. Here's your categories. And then this, you just want to kind of leave this all the same. This is optional. My other one, I put kids because that's all I'm selling is kids clothes. So I just put kids. Here's just Meet the Posher. And then all of this, it's not going to be for sale. So we're not going to sell you. So that's always a good thing. So we want to update this. And once you update, it shares your listing to everybody on the Poshmark area, on the Poshmark platform. Now here, you can also connect to your Facebook, your Pinterest, Twitter, or your Tumblr. I have not got those connected now. I will show you how to do those later down because I'm not going to use this one as the actual one we're going to teach you how to post on. So we're just kind of updating everything. So we'll update ourselves a little bit. And then we're done there. So what we'll do is we'll click on this thing here. It says the KR, which that would be my main closet. And you see my closet, my likes, my size, my dressing room. This shows your purchases that you make. This shows your sales that you've made, your order activity, your account settings. This is where you can go change like your password and update here. So if you want to put your information here, and then if you want to put this as far as your gender and then your zip code, and then if you went to college, you can put that in there if your college graduating year. And this would be for like your website. So if you have a link tree, you can stick this in here and it takes you all to all your websites. I'll try to do a video of how to do the link tree also with this at the end of all of the other videos. So that kind of will help you if you need to get that, and it's a catch-all, I guess you basically can say. And then after you get done, you can edit your size if you want to, and then you can do women's, men's, or kids. I won't do any of these on ours, so I'm done there. Okay, go out. And then if you look on the left-hand side, this will show like the edit your profile, my account information. This is my share settings. So this is where if I want to turn on my Facebook, my Twitter, my Pinterest, or my Tumblr. And then you also want to make sure your closet is set it to like where you could search engine for Google. So this is where when we start selling or start posting our items, we want to make sure we use keywords. Kind of like if you sell on any other platform, you always have to have your keywords so it has that search engine optimization on there. So you want to make sure that's turned on. So once you get these connected, just connect to your Facebook. And it'll kind of bring you up like this, and you can continue connecting how you want to here. And then it just does the same thing with your Twitter and all the others. So. And then my email settings. So if I want to get daily emails, all the how many followers I got, all that information there, then I would keep this on here. Or I would turn it off and just save the settings. Here's your payment method. You can set up a credit card, your PayPal, or your Venmo. I have not used this yet, but I do have my PayPal and a credit card set up. So that way, if someone wants to pay with PayPal, they can, or they can pay with their Posh credits or a credit card they have on file. And Poshmark does cover transactions through PayPal the same way they do with the credit cards. Before they didn't, so I didn't have that, but they do now. This is your default shipping address, so you want to set this up, and then your return address. So you want to set these up so that way whenever you make a sale, if there is a return because the item is completely messed up, because there's no returns just because it doesn't fit. So if it's like completely messed up, you want to make sure you have this in there. Here's where you'll do vacation holds. So say if you go on vacation and you want to, you put your closet on vacation. Everyone can see your closet, but there can be no purchases made until then. So a lot of people will either will like your item so they can save it for later because they'll know when you're coming back. But you can turn it on. You can put when the day it's going to begin and when it's going to end, and you just save it. And then when you get back, just turn it off. And then here's your shipping labels settings. I always use this one because I use a printer. This, I don't know if this works for that dino. I've never used this, so that one I'm not really sure. So I keep it at this. I'm not really too sure about that, but I can find out for everyone and see if that's what that is for, and I will get back with you. And retail certification. Once you get started on Poshmark, the certification only takes a few minutes, and you just have to require to the boutique certification requirements. Once we get started, we'll touch further on that one. And then here, if you no longer want your Poshmark, you can delete your account here, so that you just decide that you didn't want to buy on there anymore, sell on there anymore. You can delete your account. They just ask you a few questions. And then here is your Posh Stylist settings. We don't qualify for that yet because we just got started. There's a qualification, and we'll go over that later. So basically, that is setting up our closet. And if you click on my closet, this is what your closet will look like to begin with. Here you will see your types, which you have everything in your closet. Once we start getting everything in there, I'll show you. And then this will be your closet. And then if we decide to do boutique later down, this will be our boutique items. Here, the only category we'll have in the children, and the one that we do, it will be the children's. And then here are all the brands right now that they have listed in Poshmark guidelines. Now, once you start adding stuff to your closet, this will condense down to what you have in your closet and in your titles. And this would be another reason why you want to make sure you use titles in your listings, so that way they can be found easily under the brands. And then this is set up your size. And then if I want to look at everything that you have for $25 and under, I can click that. Say I want just it, or all things fabulous for $25 and under, I can look just for those specific items. Now I can also look for available items, like all of your items, including available and sold, or I can just look at your solds or availables. I use the solds when I'm searching for items to resell. Okay guys, I went into the one that we're actually going to be selling on. So as you can see, we called ours Little Sweet Peas, or Little Sweet Pea, and we're just going to be doing girls and boys new and pre-owned clothing. As we talked about before, you're going to get a lot of these. Now this is where you just do not overwhelm yourself. If you go here in your closet, I gotta change that. You can go into your followers, and then once you do that, you can just click on the ones that you have not followed yet or followed back, and then this way you just click on those and start following back. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start our first listing on Poshmark on our new little store. So the first thing you want to do is, if you ever have questions, you can always go up here how it works. This will kind of give you a guide to Poshmark and your community guidelines. And then if you ever have questions, you can always go to the facts and questions, or you can email them, email Poshmark here, and they usually get back to you within 24 hours. So never be scared to, email them about anything. They're really good about getting back with you. So what we're going to do is we want to push to sell on Poshmark, and it's going to tell you this. So, excuse me, if you haven't downloaded the app yet and logged into your new Poshmark account, I suggest that you do that. So what we'll do, okay, now that we've got our app loaded up and we've logged in, we can start selling on Poshmark. So you want to click Sell on Poshmark, and it's going to bring up Create Your Listing. So here, what you want to do is you want to upload any photos that you have, and it's up to 8. And it'll tell you over here, up to 8 photos to give your buyers an idea of what you're selling. Let's go here, because you don't need to see those ugly pictures. Let's see if I can find some pictures of the kids' stuff. I think I have it here. Pardon me for just a minute, guys. Let me find it. There we are. Now, you want to make sure you take good pictures the same way that you would your regular, all your clothing. You want to make sure that you take some really good pictures. So I've got these pictures of this little vest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on one, and then I'm going to shift and I'm going to highlight all of them, because I can do up to 8. So I just make sure that I have all of those in there. I will go over how to take pictures to get these to crop in here better, because these are square pictures. So you've got to make sure you take it at that 1.1, I think is what it is, and so that way it'll fit in there. Now I do leave these like this off the get-go because I'll come back and fix them. You can do it however you want to. If you want to go ahead and turn it around now, you can, or you can change the different styles of the way that it looks. If I want it to be more modern, let me flip it around for y'all. If I want it to be timeless, or if I just want to go back to the original. So here, if I don't like any of these, I can cancel. I can select a cover shot, which would be my main one, or you can drag them also. So we'll click apply there. And then here, you can now, once you get these uploaded, you can click in that cover shot, and this is where you can edit them. So here you would, this little button here, twist it around, and I can increase or decrease, and I just scroll in to try to get as close as I can so you'll have enough to see, and then I can change it up down here. Now if I want to, like say I want to move these because I want these at the back, I can click on this and drag it and just drop. It's just drag and drop. So here I just go in and I change up the pictures and edit them the way that I want them in there. And you may not have to do this as much. It's just the way I take my pictures on my phone. So it's just me. And then I can move that around. I can't go out and go out too much, but just not there. And then I want to apply that. And then I can twist this. And this is just more to get into the detail of the stitching. So however you do your pictures, just make sure that you get enough pictures so that your buyers will understand what you're selling. And then I always try to get pictures of the tag, the cleaning tag, because it just kind of helps, especially with a mother, even all of us, but with having mother and small kids, you want to make sure, do I need to take this to a dry cleaner, or is it easy for me to clean? So this is an Ashley Kate, or Mary Kate and Ashley vest. It's like a suede vest. So I want to put in here, it is Mary Kate and Ashley. I think it's that Owens. Mary Kate and Ashley. And then you can put, you can either put a tan suede vest, and then as you see here, you can put a department in here. So I don't want to put it in women's, men's. I'm going to put it in kids. And I always, it's just a habit, I like to have those capitalized. So here is where I copy and paste this title again. And then suede like this. And you can put in, always have to return this all the time. I don't know why I do it. Here you can put in like where the care label is, the type of material it has, the RN number and style number. It also has the UPC. Alright, so here you want to put in, it's a Mary Kate and Ashley tan suede vest. I also want to put that it's an excellent, if I can't spell, pre-owned condition. And on this one, sometimes I will put just a little bit extra, more than what I do with my eBay store. So here I put the excellent pre-owned condition. Just looking for a new Forever Posh Home. You don't have to put that in there. It's totally up to you. And then what I'll do is I'll put that it's 100% cotton. Where the body is. Body 100% cotton. It has the RN number 59775. The style number is NKA 36319. And this is, I call this more of a, this is a boho style. It's more of a brown, really. Suede type vest. With colorful stitching. And then this is where you'll want to put as much detail in there as you possibly can. And then you do want to make sure, oh, not to do that. Stop that. Oops. Measurements here. And then you can just put the chest and length. And then if it has sleeves, always do shoulder to cuff. And then the pants, and you would do the inseam and all that for all of your measurements. So you want to make sure you put all that in there. I'm not going to make this live today, so. And then after you put all your information in here, it's like I think you can only put so many characters in here. Here you want to go to your category, so you want to make sure you put as much detail here. So it is a kids, and we've got accessories, bottoms, dresses, jackets, all the good stuff. And if you don't find it in here, you can always put it other. Go to your jackets, and then we'll look for the subcategories. So they have blazers, capes, jean jackets, pea coats, puffers. Just kind of scroll down, or you could put none. And we're going to put vests. Now this is only a single item. If I had multiple items, I could put it here. And then you'll just put the quantity. We'll do single. And then what size? Oh, I always put what size on here. Let's see. Girls, extra small. And I always put this in here in the title and also through the and also the quantity here. So we know it's an extra small. It's a girls extra small. Now you want to know if it's new with tags, you would push yes. If it's a boutique item and your boutique listings have to be purchased directly from a brand or distributor and is now being sold for the first time, you can buy boutique items on here, and then this is where you'd put yes. Since it is not a boutique item, I would push no, because it's something that it's already been sold before. So does not have the original with tags. And if you have a question with an item new with tags and you want to know, always visit here, the new with tags policy. and that'll kind of tell you. And then here, you may not find this brand, you may not find the brand that you are listing all the time in Poshmark, but you can put this in here, and this was Mary Kate and Ashley. I always go back and double check. Mary Kate and Ashley. But if you'll notice, when I start typing, all of the names will start popping up that they do have in their category that start with AM. If it's not there, that's fine. You can still put it in there. And that will give my brand. Now, you don't have to put this in there. Say it's unbranded. You can type unbranded. But if you know what the brand is, make sure you put it in there. And I'm really going to call this more of a brown, because that's really not a tan. I'm blind today, people. Sorry. Let's make it brown. Suede. Let's put suede light. I always like to make sure I put it kind of and get. Okay. That makes it a little better. And of course, I'll have to go change this. Let's do this real quick. As you saw before, single, girls, and extra small. Now, say that you don't see your size on here. You can do a custom size, and you'll just put the custom size in here and save it, and it'll come up. So never fear if the size is not in there. You can always customly put it in there. These are like, if you do like women's shoes, like those Euro shoes, you can put those in here if it doesn't show up right in your sizes. So we're no with tags. We are brown. Sometimes this will fill out for you, sometimes it won't, but you can select up to 2 colors. So just all you have to do is click on whatever color. So I had pink, then I would click pink, and then I'd be done. Now here is your pricing. If you want to put the original price in there, that is totally up to you. I always put 0. I don't know why. I just do. It just has always been how I do it. I don't know. Everybody does it different. If you want to put your price in there, the manufacturer retail price, that's fine. You also can go here with the seller fee policy if you want to make sure. Now, say I want to list this. I'm going to say I'm going to list it for $10. We'll say we do, yeah, let's do $10. Because anything that you sell, okay, so we're going to list it for $10. Anything $15 and under is only going to be a straight $2.95 fee. Over $15 and over, it's going to charge you 20% fee. You get a free shipping label, customer support, and the shipping is paid through by the buyer. So here, once we get all of this done, I just scroll back to make sure everything is okay. My pictures look okay. This seems to be done. I haven't finished all of this, so I'll come back and finish this. And then I've got my categories and everything looks good how I want to. Now, on this one, if I did it for $10, my earnings would be $7.05. Now, of course, they don't know how much you've actually paid for it, so that would be, you know, after they paid shipping, after the $2.95 came out of my fee, this is what I would get, $7.05. So, say I want to list it for $25. After the 20%, I get $20. So that would be my earnings after this sold. So after I'm done, if everything looks okay, you can click next, or you can discharge changes if you just don't like what you've done and you want to start over. So we're going to click next, and so that way we can get it out there. I haven't set up my Facebook and stuff, so it's not going to share. So we'll click next, and this is what it looked like. Start sharing. I can connect here to my Facebook if I like. Like I showed you earlier, you can connect in here. I'll do this later. I'm not going to do it right now. If something went wrong, I know because I didn't do anything. So that looks good. This is what it's going to post like. This will be my main picture. And then I want to list my item. And it's going to upload. And then you'll see it in the news feed. You can go back here to your closet. And this is where you'll see your item. So if you want to make changes to it, you can click in there. and say that I need to go in. I forgot to put this in there. Oh, or I need to change something up. Oh. So I go back in here to edit listing. And this is where I can put my measurements, add more photos, change anything up that I like. Now it shows here the availability for sale. I'm going to put it not for sale. And the reason I'm putting not for sale because I do need to update a little more. But say that you have an item on multiple platforms. You can put this not for sale until your other items either paid for, or if you're waiting for certain things, you can put not for sale and you can update it, cancel it, or you can delete your listing. We'll go over all that and later. And then we'll update, we'll relist this item. I got it not for sale until I can fix it. But this will show you how much they're paying for shipping. It will show you the categories it's in. This will be where your comments go. This is where the likers will be. People will comment and they can share your item. You will have the buyer protection and refund policy. So anytime you have questions on those, go in there and look at your information. Understand that trades and offline transactions through Poshmark are not covered under the platform. So do not do any trades or offline transactions, no matter what anybody says. And then after I get done, I can go back to my closet and it's there. And that right there is how you start selling on Poshmark. Now, please leave any other questions that you have down below in the comment section, and then we're going to cover more bases. I just want to kind of do this one to kind of help everybody get started selling on Poshmark, and then we'll go through a few other things that they have on Poshmark, how to cross post if something sells, how to list more items, how to find all your notifications up here and other people sharing your closet, and how to share back. So we will cover a few more items, but I just kind of want to get everybody started on selling on Poshmark. And I'll show you how to take the pictures so they'll fit in that little square really good. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's other things that you want me to cover in these little tutorial classes or tutorial videos, not really classes. But we will cover them for you. But I just want to kind of get everybody started and get them going, and hopefully this helps you. Like I said, leave your comments below, and that way I can get in and get you some more information. And we can get y'all reselling on Poshmark. And I hope to see y'all again. Make sure you if you like it, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit notifications, because we'll be trying to put these out for you. And then catch us on Monday at Chip Picker's YouTube videos. On Monday at 7 o'clock Central. We do a Posh Pit, and it's just Poshmark talk. You can ask questions. You can get in on the chat. Give us some information, because everybody kind of learns as we go. So definitely check out Chick Picker on YouTube. We do Monday night at 7, and it's called Posh Pit. This will be our third one coming up, and I'm hoping this helps everybody. And we will see y'all later.